yourself. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, that is the I am, is the only I am. The supreme I am is one with the I am that is seated here now, who is calling itself Stan, calling itself Ray, calling itself Jan. That which is now calling itself this, that is one with what you formerly believed to be a supreme being outside of yourself. And there is no other God. That is the cause of everything in your world. There is nothing but God. So here, there are three great earth-shaking events in the world. One was the Old Testament. The second is the New. One told what's going to happen. One told us what happened. And the third is how it happened. When I was a little boy, just a lad, this weird, strange woman, no one knew her background. She came up from England and lived on a little pension that came through the bank. Who sent it? No one really inquired, or if they did, the bank would never divulge. It was a small amount. But she lived in a windswept area in Barbados, where a constant breeze from the sea brought the salt inland, and not a thing could be done with metal there. All the nails were wooden nails. All the shingles were nailed with wood. The hinges were all wood. If you drove a car in those days, people didn't really have cars in those days, even a carriage, any metal thing would corrode with the salt. The wind would drive it inland, maybe almost a mile. The trees were bent always at an angle. And one day I sat, this boy, maybe I was 7 or 8, and this weird creature said to me, you know, you're going to leave this island and make your home in a far, far country. You'll be the first to be married. I'm one of 10 children. I was the 4th. You'll be the first to be married, and you're going to have 2 children. And then you're going to tell a story, and the story will reach enormous crowds. She thought I was selling something, that you're going to sell something. But long after you're gone from this world, here you're talking to a child only 7, and she's telling you beyond your exit from this world. And long after you're gone, centuries and centuries after you're gone, they will tell a story, and you'll be numbered among 3 who have told the story or did the same thing. I know now what it is. One is telling you what's going to happen. One told you what happened, and I'm telling you how it happened. It's going to happen to everyone in this world. That is what I came to tell you. Well, I was the first to get married. I do have 2 children. And I have been telling this story since 1938 to tens and hundreds of thousands of people. Small little audience tonight, that means nothing. 26 weeks on TV, I reach quite a few million. And many times on radio, who knows what number. Through the books I've written, who knows what number. When one has already gone over 100,000 in print. So who knows how much now? But it's not now. It's unborn tomorrow. For I'm telling you how it happened. This earth-shaking thing has nothing to do, all this is shadows on the outside. Let no one tell you, there he is, or here he is, or point to anyone. He is in you. And one day there'll be a quake within you, may I tell you. A real quake. That this that you felt last Tuesday morning is just nothing compared to that quake. When it starts, you wonder what on earth is taking place. Your head vibrates as not a thing in this world could ever vibrate you. You shake all over, and you think, now this is it. In my own case, I thought this is a massive hemorrhage, and I can't survive it. That's what I thought. That's almost 12 years ago this coming July. And I thought that every little bone in my body is going to separate. Instead of that, I walked within my body. And then I realized, well, I have been here for how long? I do not know. Who put me here? I do not know. But here I am, in a tomb, and my body was the tomb. It was my skull that was the tomb. And I had the innate wisdom to do what I had to do to come out, as you will have it the moment you shake to that extent. It's called in Scripture the last trumpet. And the word trumpet means a reverberation. It is so intense that you can't withstand the vibration, and you wake. It's the call, and you wake within you. And then you come out. And then everything said of him, you are going to experience. And then you'll know who Jesus Christ really is. So anyone who tells you of another Christ, forget it. If they point there to the greatest man in the world, forget it. He is nothing compared to the being that you really are. That being is God. And no mask in this world did he ever walk and compare to the wearer of the mask. So do not believe anyone who tells you there he is or there she is or so-and-so. Forget it. He is all within you, and he is dreaming this dream of life. So those who choose another God multiply their sorrows. So tonight, if you think that the cause of what happened is in the fault, if you think it is in something outside of yourself, well then, you have another God. You're multiplying your miseries in this world. There isn't one thing in this world that is caused by another God. It is God in you causing everything in the world that you are experiencing and you will experience. And it's not caused by any other causation in the world. So name the greatest. Hear, O Israel. The Lord, our God, is wonderful. In the 10th chapter of John. Why listen to him? He's mad. He has a devil. Why has he a devil? Because he dares to claim that God is my Father, and I and my Father are one. He dares to claim there's only one way to the Father, and I am the true and living way to the Father. And no one can ever come to the Father except by this one and only true and living way. There is no other way. So look upon Jesus Christ not as a person, as a way. The early Christians were known as the people of the way. It was a way. You are the person who travels the way. And so I meet you, and you said, do you know the way? And I said, to where? And then you tell me where. Well, if I know the way, I will tell you. Now, in this case, they wanted to know the way, and they wanted to know the way to the Father. He said, well, I will show you the way. There is no other way but the one way.